Paid 539% interest on a payday loan last year. Why is it so hard to get out of a payday loan cycle? This is actually an excellent question.
If you're stretched thin for money, you might see a store advertising payday loans, but here's why you should always try to avoid these.
Hello, everybody. How you doing?
How are you?
Oh, sorry. You said, how are you? Not good. My neck hurts. I'm joking.
That's not good.
It's, I don't flex. I mean, I don't stretch. Anyway. Loan sharks.
Those are pretty much like the most predatory loans are the payday loans.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that right there is your loan shark.
Yeah, I need to start entering these videos way better than I am. I suck at this. I'm sorry. I'm not good talking to camera. Anyway, when I was growing up, I always saw these payday loan ads. They were everywhere, you know. And then, like, you know, I stopped watching TV because, you know, who's watching TV anymore? We're all watching YouTube or, like, Roku, streaming stuff or whatever. And then I started watching TikTok and YouTube more. And next thing you know, boom, oh, here's a loan ad for a loan app to loan you $500. Let's give you your next paycheck.
Plus interest. And that interest rate is crazy.
And it's like, especially people are like, oh, they don't give no interest. And what's the payback terms here? What's going on here? How they making money? Question that.
For you.
But anyway, we're going to get into that and people's experience with it. And I want to know if you guys ever had experience with a payday loan.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Learn from these people's mistakes. Like, you do not want to do this.
I don't.
Okay, I'm going to try to make this as quick as humanly possible. As a former banker, I'm seriously confused on how you were even able to get this many loans. They don't report to your bureau. That's how. So I thought I'd take this opportunity and outline, because this video is going viral again. A lot of my stuff is going viral again. And I have a lot of Canadians and Australians. 29% of my 300,000 views were Canadian last week. So thank you. Hi. Welcome. So I have 8 personal loans. It's down from 9. I paid one of them off, I think in June. No, it was in July. And then I'm working on my $2,400 other payday loan. Those 2 didn't report to my bureau, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. All this stuff doesn't report to your bureau. And then I'm about to pay another one off at the latest in November. Hopefully I'll have that paid off in a couple weeks. So that being said, I have 4 cash advance apps, and cash advance apps are not loans. I counted them as loans because I owe people money that you pay a monthly subscription to, and then you can borrow against your paycheck. It's dumb. I was desperate. That's how I got myself in that situation. And I'm not going to regret some of these personal loans, because some of these personal loans kept my daughter safe because they were child custody. And then I have one auto loan, which we'll be working on paying off here shortly because I've got to get it paid off. And I have too many miles on my car. And then I have 8 credit cards that are all maxed out. Every single one of them. Well, that's not true. I paid off one. But it was only a $600 balance. And yeah, so that's just where I'm at. They don't all report to the bureau, specifically payday loans. They're terrible. They have like 500% interest. I've done many videos on those if you want to go back and look. And also, a lot of them are no credit check, but a lot of them do. Just FYI, if you're on here and you're contemplating getting that personal loan, they do report. They will pull your check system report. And you don't want to be on that list, because then you won't be able to get a bank account at a traditional bank. You'll be going to like Chime. So just be careful. Do not get payday loans. If you can avoid it, I understand that every once in a while an emergency happens and you just got to do what you can do. Would have I taken out a payday loan for child custody? Absolutely, 100%. But unfortunately, I'm not there in my life right now because my daughter's 18. But listen, it's not a good place to be. And I am doing these videos not only to hold myself accountable, but to help people understand that they can choose better. And as a banker, or a former banker, you say, I see bankers that say the opposite, that they see people in this position all the time. And people keep asking me, why don't you get a 0% card? Why don't you do loan consolidation? Because I can't. I had perfect payment history up until recently. That's another how that I got these credit cards and crap. But I'm not doing it anymore. And that's what people don't seem to be understanding. They lose their minds. But I'm like literally paying this stuff off. That's what this entire channel is about. Anyway, have a great day.
That's pretty crazy.
For real. And then when you like open up all of these loans, you'll realize that it's gonna catch up with you, and then you won't be able to make it on time for like all of those minimum payments each month.
I'm gonna be real, because I know that that's definitely ANGC is really anti-loan. If you need it, get one loan and try to keep it at one loan.
Yeah, because sometimes emergencies just happen, and especially in like a dire situation, like a custody battle, like yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times you're better off just not even getting the loan. If you have to like go a day without eating much, then you would be better off at that point, because 500% interest is crazy.
At this point, just call the mafia, let me borrow some money, let me chop off my legs. It feel like it'd be better. It feel like it'd be easier.
It's so messed up because they're preying on desperate people. They're like so desperate, and this is their last resort. So they're going to charge however much they want to, because they know that the desperate people will get it at any cost.
And this is what I said before with the other video. I said in a different video talking about payment people. I don't feel like I have the heart for that. I feel like you gotta have a little bit of mean evil in you doing this.
Especially for this, because this is ridiculous. Like, if you get a payday loan with that amount of interest, then you've pretty much just ruined your current and your future financial situation for however long. So, like, it just depends. Like, if you don't have money already, then you probably won't have money when it comes time to pay it back, and you'll be stuck with that payment forever.
Yeah, that's the thing. They try to sell you like, oh, you don't got money, we can give you some money, but they don't say also you can give some money back after we give you money.
Yeah. At that point, just open up a 0% interest card, and then you'll be able to just have that for a while at least. And then if you can't pay it off by the time the 0% APR promotion is over, at least it'll be like low enough if you look into it correctly.
Yeah, I'll say that's the best type of loan is a credit card at that point, because yeah, you still gotta be in debt, but at least there's systems in place that can get you out of it. They can forgive you at a certain point, or you can just get points to put towards it. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but I guess that only works for people that have good credit and good payment history. But like, yeah, that's the best option.
Paid 539% interest on a payday loan last year. And I didn't discover what the interest rate was until today. Oh my goodness, I can't even believe I'm admitting this on the internet. But I'm going to take you guys through my loan history with this company. So if you're new here, I've picked up a lot of people because that video that everybody loves to hate me on is going viral again for some reason today, and I picked up a whole bunch of new followers today. But look, proof is in the pudding. 539.66%. I'm going to walk you guys through my loan history real quick. I'm just going to point this out. This was on this time last year, 6/23/2023. The finance charge on this thing was $3,267 on a $1,200 loan. If I had not paid this off early, it would have been $4,467 over a 20 bi-weekly payment. But wait, I'm not done. I also took this one out at 487% in interest on August 18th of 2023, so not even a year ago. And I would have paid $1,522 in interest on a $600 loan. Then we have this one at 331% interest on 11/10 of 23. A finance charge of $2,568. Total payments would have been $4,068 on a $1,500 loan. And sadly, I'm not done. This one was on 11/24 of 23, so I probably refinanced this one. 330 1% finance of $3,080 on an $1,800 loan. This one was actually better than the last one. Total payments $4,800. And I had another one. Oh my gosh. This one was in January 19th of 2024. 330% interest. Total finance charge $36.37 on a $2,100 loan, and the total would have been $5,737. But wait, I'm not done.
That's insane.
Which brings me to the sunset. 334%. I borrowed $2,400. My finance charge is $43.77. And I'm paying off $6,777. And I financed this right before I started my payoff journey. And yes, there was a refinance in a desperate moment. I will never do this again. The reason I'm on the internet talking about all of this isn't because I like, ooh, let me spill my tea. Although I do get paid on views now. It's to educate. I was in a bad place, and getting in these payday loan cycles sucks. Let me show you the interest that I would have paid, because I did pay some of these off early. I added it up. $18,451. Over the course of a year. Don't do it, guys. I hope this reaches the person that's thinking about doing payday loans. It's not worth it. It's a horrible cycle. It puts you in a poverty mindset. At least it put me in a poverty mindset. And I'm changing that. I'm getting out of debt. I'm doing the things. But I just wanted to hop on here and talk to people about this because I think it's really important. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments. I will answer what I choose to answer. Have a wonderful day.
A poverty mindset. You're putting poverty. That's crazy. Legit. Yeah. Like what? So 2,400 to like 18,000 is crazy. That's a crazy amount just for that small. I would say small amount. That's pretty big still. But still, it's crazy.
And for someone who doesn't have money, like, that is just a lifetime of debt right there until you can get into a better financial situation. But that's not always guaranteed.
Exactly.
That's insane.
Once again, I'd rather be stuck in concrete shoes underneath the river by the mafia at that point. That's crazy because I can never get out of it at that point.
It's just better to rob a bank at that point.
For real.
Like, I feel like there's always other options. Like, definitely make sure you exhaust every other option before taking out one of these. Like, ask family members, friends, like anybody, raise as much money as you can for the amount that you need before you take out this loan.
Most definitely. Insane.
It's insane. Like that person says, how is that even legal? It shouldn't be.
Well, it's only legal if you're doing it through an actual financial institution, but if you're doing it with an Italian mob family, you might be going to prison.
Maybe you should. That's just crazy.
Why is it so hard to get out of a payday loan cycle? This is actually an excellent question. I cannot speak to other people's experiences. I can only speak to mine. And let me clarify this by saying one of the main reasons that I got into a payday loan cycle was not because obviously I didn't make enough money, because clearly I make enough money. I have, and not all of my debt is this, so I have a whole bunch of new people in here. Don't come at me with that. I got addicted to gambling, and I took out payday loans, and I can't believe I'm putting this on the internet, but I would rotate between 5 different companies, and it wasn't taking out loans to go get money to gamble with. It was covering up a lot of my stupidity, feelings of shame and guilt, and how am I going to make this work, and just stupid. It's stupid. That's what it was. And I would go to, the casino. I'd take out a loan after I messed up severely, and now that I'm coming out of it, it's the fear. I think it's the fear. Like, you take take one out, you get one paid off, and then whoa, you don't have any money because the interest rate on those things are really high. And yes, the interest rate is not nearly as bad if you pay it off on your next paycheck, but then you don't have that money to pay your other bills. So, and specifically for me, when I would work a weekend to get it paid off, and then I would end up back in the casino that night, and I would spend the money that I made that day. I'm just being really real with you guys, and trust me, if my daughter weren't 18, I wouldn't be spilling any of this tea. But she's emancipated now, so I can talk about this openly and freely. And I'm just being honest. Like literally, I'm just being honest. But it is a very vicious cycle because the fear, the anxiety, the shame, the guilt, like you go through all the emotions. And I'm almost out of this stupid payday loan cycle, and I can't wait. And the interest on those things are terrible. I mean, you guys have seen my videos on it. And I wasn't thinking like, oh, you know, I'm going to pay all this interest. I was thinking I was going to pay it off, and then I didn't. So maybe somebody else can speak to their experience that maybe wasn't a gambling addiction. But yeah, cannot wait to be out of the payday loan cycle. I'm almost there. Have a good night.
Funny enough, we did a video about gambling.
Oh yeah, addiction is a real thing, so solve that first.
For real. Because, yeah, actually, I think I heard that before, that a lot of people will take out payday loans to cover the money they lost from gambling. Because, you know, they try to win big, and they have the money to afford things, but they, like, oh, I want to gamble. They don't, like, technically, I need to gamble, because they have, like, an addiction, kind of like nicotine. Like, I need to gamble.
Yeah. And if you're gonna gamble, then definitely gamble with the like extra money that you don't rely on.
Exactly. You got some. See, I gotta say this: saving up. I know this sounds simple, but saving up to gamble, but that seems like a better idea. Use the money you're not spending on food and your bills to gamble. I would say that.
Exactly, and just like that, like when you take out a payday loan, you don't know for certain like that you will have that paycheck. Because anything could happen with the paycheck, and then like also an emergency could come up, and then you need to spend that paycheck rather than paying off the payday loan. So those are just things to think about.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah,
it sucks. Some people do it because they got no money for food. Some people do it because they got no money to gamble.
Yep.
Or they need money after they gambled.
Exactly.
It sucks.
There's no get rich quick scheme.
No.
I need y'all to understand that Bridget app, the Chime, Spot You, all of these things are loans. These like new fintech apps that are saying like, oh, like I spot you like $30 cash or $250 cash until you get your paycheck. That's a payday loan. That's what it is. They're loans. They are payday loans. In the new Issa Rae movie, they literally like, oh, don't use the payday loan. Don't have the payday loan. That's what these spot shoes are. That's what Dave is. That's what Bridget is. That's what Earning app is. Their main lure is that you can get $250 to help you over until payday. Listen to it. Listen to it. Just because they have better marketing and they're using influencers does not mean that it's not a payday loan. These payday loans are ruining your money. Stop using these payday loans. I just had to get that off my chest.
All right, so I guess I have something to say about this, and that it's something crazy because when I was still working at my grocery store job, you know, our checkout, our clock out was right at the self checkout desk. I mean, not self checkout, the customer service desk, right? And when you would go to check out one day out of nowhere, when like the rest of the month, whatever, you had to go clock out, there was a payday loan flyer that was put there by our job promoting a payday loan app.
That's crazy.
Right next to right next to the clock out. And I was like, dog, how about you pay us more?
Is there anything to do that they can get money? I guess they'll do it. They don't care. They're a greedy corporation anyway.
They partnered up with a payday loan app to put it next to clock out, so all their minimum wage workers can see a payday loan. That's so scummy to me. That was so scummy.
Crazy.
It's ridiculous. But yeah, I don't trust any Dave, all those people who like, oh, loans. And the thing they advertise they advertise it as not loans.
Yep.
It's like, hey, we can help you out with bills. It's not a loan? No. Maybe. I gotta say yes legally, but no.
And some of them will say no interest or 0% interest, but a lot of times that's only for like a promotional period, or it's just to like get people in so that they can continue getting more people, and then it just leads to bad habits, and then one day they can charge interest.
I thought payday loans were gone until that one day I saw it on the YouTube. I saw it in my workplace. I saw it everywhere. It was just like, it's crazy.
I don't think they're going anywhere.
They're not. They've not been anywhere. They just have a better advertising style now.
Yeah.
They're in a mask at this point.
They have cutesy little mascots now.
Yeah.
Don't fall for it.
I will not fall for Darnold, Steve Jobs, Bear, Dave, you idiot.
Don't fall for this either. Like
That's crazy.
Like, no.
Bot.
Get off.
That's
That's insane.
Y'all, why I just get a call from a loan company that I borrowed $5 from, and they trying to charge me $1,800 to, essentially, the annual interest rate on the loan is 720% for annually, right? My loan was $500. I paid off $465 of it. And had to switch over my bank and shit because some shit was going on in my bank. Had to switch some shit over to get a new account number and all that shit. And forgot to update the loan company about this change. Completely forgot. And then ended up quitting my job the following month. I know, I fucked up. And I wasn't thinking about the interest rate because it's like, it's $500. That should be paid off. They're not gonna get no extra money out of me. But they won't. Mind you, that year, they wanted me to pay essentially like every 2 weeks of $155 every 2 weeks, and for the next 12 months, which would have totaled it out to $1,800 and some change. Let me say something. I called them and I said, what we gonna do? What we gonna do, Scott? Because Billy Jean, what we gonna do? Because it's ridiculous for me to give y'all an extra $1,300 on the $500 loan. And I paid on time, every time, and my loan is almost paid off. What we gonna do? They said we're gonna try to talk about settlement. I gotta call them next week. Blah blah blah. Cool. All right. But let me say this: I don't give a hootin' any fuck, a hootin' any gold digging fuck. They will not be getting an extra $1,300 from me. No ma'am, no sir, no ham, no turkey. Not no extra $1,300 for $500. If it take me a year to pay, if it take anybody a year, 12 consecutive months to pay $500 back, baby, you doing something wrong. My shit was paid off. My shit was essentially paid off within that month. I made a payment in June. I made a payment June 16th, June 30th, and July 14th. Baby, my loan is paid. It took like a good month to pay that. I'm not finna give y'all all that motherfucking money. Now, I'm be reasonable, interest rates and all that shit. I'm be reasonable. I'm gonna say about a good $700, $750. It's probably what I probably end up paying for interest rates and all of that shit. Maybe. But 13? You shouldn't in your drawers if you think I was gonna pay that much money for a $500 loan. Baby, let me say something. Y'all be smooth with these motherfucking these loan companies, cause they scamish, and they shiesty, and they don't care, and they will try to get you for every little red cent. But what they gonna do is they gonna have to send this shit up the river, cause it ain't gonna get paid, and send my debt and my bill up to God and pray about it, cause I ain't got nothing to tell you. Y'all have a good day and be safe and be careful.
Oh, that's crazy because she was legit almost done with it. She had five. She said she had 500.
Yeah.
And she spent she put 400, like over basically. Let's say she had 7% of the loan left, and oh, you missed one because things happen, which life happens anyway. Yeah. Pay us way more than you owe us.
That's crazy. At that point, just die with it.
For real, man.
That's insane.
Take that to my grave. I'm not paying that.
Now they will come after all of your future paychecks, all of your assets, everything if you don't pay. So
it's ridiculous.
That's why you don't get into these if you can help it.
And have no way to destroy my enemies. Take their information, open up payday loans. Don't use the money. Just open up payday loans, and and they'll never pay them back. So when they figure out they have payday loans in their names, they gotta pay all that money back.
No, dispute that if that happens to you. That's not good.
Open up 10 payday loans in their name.
Oh, that would be horrible.
That'd be horrible.
That'd be like their whole life savings.
I don't know at that point. Their future life savings.
Yep.
You have a 2-year-old to take care of. Why are we taking out a payday loan at 260.37% interest rate?
Is that what that is?
You don't even know? Why'd you borrow $80 at 260%?
I really don't know.
$80? What do you mean you don't know?
After moving, I got really broke.
What does your boyfriend make?
Like 80 something.
A year?
Yeah.
You guys make too much money as a single household. You have to go borrow $80 at 260.37% interest rate.
I just needed the money.
Why do you even find this?
I don't know.
Give me $80now.com?
No. Honestly, I've probably taken out every payday loan possible.
In Atlanta, that's where you're from?
Yeah. I grew up very poor.
Okay, yeah. So prevalent oftentimes in lower income communities are the idea payday loan. Payday loan. It's an idea. It's a concept. Let's do it. Okay, let's do it. This is normal. Just holding you down by 260% instead of what would be a bad credit card interest rate of 30%.
There's easier ways to make $80. It's I'll be real, dang.
What did she need the $80 for that bad?
That's what I forgot. If it's low enough for $80, she probably I won't say if this is Atlanta, it's not groceries.
Yeah.
It's not groceries. So.
And even then, go to a food pantry or something.
$80.
That's insane.
That's a haircut for real in Atlanta at that point.
And the guy makes $80,000 a year?
What's he doing with his money?
What is going on?
Bro, video games aren't even $80 yet. They're $70. They ain't even that $80 yet. That's crazy. I don't know. I truly don't know what $80 would I need to pull out a payday loan for.
I don't know. If the electricity needs to get cut off for a month, I mean, it's better than whatever this is, 260% interest.
For real.
But what are they doing?
I'm trying to figure out. That's how I'm stuck on. What does he need $80 for? And also, you can make $80 pretty fast with a lot of I guess say not odd jobs, but there's things out there. You got some Craigslist ads. They're usually running rate maybe $50.
Instacart, DoorDash, you can make that in one day, in a few hours.
We literally, when we do DoorDash and Instacart and stuff, we make $60 every time we go out, and it legit takes about 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah,
it's not hard.
And then you have survey apps.
Yeah,
that you could do.
Oh yeah, we do that too. She's made how much you made? You made taxable income off of it. She's made that's $600 over this the 1 year. And also, since she's in Atlanta, doing DoorDash is actually pretty profitable because there's so much more stuff around.
Yeah, she could probably walk it.
Almost definitely. She go downtown, do some DoorDash. She walking back and forth through corporate offices, bringing them food. It's not hard.
And no reason that you should not be reading these loan terms to figure out what the interest rates are, because a bad credit card interest rate at 30% is better than this.
For real, I'd rather have the worst credit card all the time than get 200%. Ow, that's crazy.
And at least you would get points back from the purchases.
For real.
This is bad.
For real.
So what is a payday loan? So, it's interesting because I actually have been calling these payday loans, but I guess if you look at the formal definition, the ones that I took out are personal loans by definition. But I'm sorry, It's a short-term personal loan at 325, and the other one I took out was like 425% interest. I'm gonna put them in the payday loan category, but hang on. Okay, so this says this is personal loan on this side, and this is this is personal loan. This is a payday loan. Payday loans have higher interest and fees. A personal loan has lower interest and fees. Payday is for smaller amounts. The most I've seen on like any of the ones that I've gotten have been 5,000, but I don't consider that a payday loan. And then over here it says personal loans are for higher amounts. It does not consider your ability to repay. And then this one says requires proof of ability to repay. And then on a payday loan, repay with your next check. However, the ones I've taken out have payment plans, short-term payment plans. Most of them are over like 13 weeks is what I found. And then this one offers more time to repay. Hidden fees and charges, absolutely. CAD fees, whatever. And then this one has no hidden fees or charges. And then not reported to credit bureau, which I thought that they did report to the credit bureau, because I've had friends where they have reported. And then this one is, obviously a personal loan would be reported to a credit bureau. So a lot of times people with a really bad credit get payday loans because they don't do credit checks. And it's very dangerous, and it's very wrong in my opinion. I've had people in my comment section actually defending payday loans, and I get it. When you're in a tough spot, you're trying to do, like, if I didn't have any savings and my daughter got stuck somewhere, would I take out a payday loan to help her get her back across the country, like all those people with the outage? Sure, I'd do it. But my goal is to never do it again. Hey, I get it. I get that people have emergencies, or if there's a medical emergency or whatever, but guys, you get stuck in these payday loan cycles and they suck. I mean, they suck. And I haven't even talked about, like, there's all kinds of pitfalls to no credit check stuff too. And if you get in those systems, you're screwed. Like, wow. Anyway, hope that answers your question.
Oh, geez Louise.
Look, I know that they're for people with bad credit, but I feel like at that point, just focus on building your credit rather than taking those out.
Well, someone said I'd rather max out my credit card than get payday loan.
For real, like, at that point, and that's why any type of money that you get, like, you never know what could happen in the future with your job situation or your money. Just save it all, so that if you are in an emergency, you have the money right there and you don't have to rely on a payday loan.
Truthfully.
It's horrible.
It's the worst.
If you're stretched thin for money, you might see a store advertising payday loans, but here's why you should always try to avoid these. A 2-week payday loan will usually cost you $15 per $100 borrowed. That doesn't seem like a lot, but it actually equates to an APR of 400% because of the loan term of 14 days. If you were to borrow $1,000, that's $150 in finance charges over 2 weeks. Now, if you were to extrapolate this rate over the course of a year, on a $1,000 loan, you would owe over $3,900. The average payday loan in America is well over 400%, with California at 460%, and look at Texas, over 600%. Now compare that to the average interest rate on a credit card, which is around 18%. You can see that payday loans are almost 20 times worse than credit cards when it comes to debt. Here are all the McDonald's stores in the United States, and actually payday loan places have double the amount of locations, with 23,000 in the US, and they usually target lower income people. Due to how expensive it is to live right now, a lot of people are going to be tempted by payday loans, but please try to avoid them if you can. Here are some alternative options. Number 1, you can go to a local nonprofit and charity and ask for donated food or clothing. Number 2, if you need medical bill assistance, there are actually payment plans, so you can ask your doctor to be put on a payment plan. Listen, I wish there were more alternatives that were great compared to payday loans, but the truth is there aren't. So if you can avoid a payday loan, please avoid it because they are predatory. If you're
As you're saying, there's a bunch of resources out there, so don't let them get you. You worry about feeding your kids stuff and stuff like that. Go there's places you can go and try to get some free food. Some mom and pop shop might do it. Who knows? You might just need to ask around.
And there's people that are trying to deter you from going to like the churches or the charities or food pantries for whatever reason, but it's like it's that over like 500% interest.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be there for people who need it. You know, I get a lot of people go there who don't need it, which kind of sucks because it makes supply not last for people who do need it. But if you need it like that, you need to go, man.
Even if like the other days of the year you're pretty wealthy, you could be in need one day for whatever reason. And if you really don't have the money that day and you don't have anything else, you need it.
And that's crazy. It sucks. Yeah, because like as you said, the payday loan places are everywhere. Because there used to be one down that way towards the mall. There used to be one down that way towards the Walmart. They're everywhere, and it's hard to not see them because our area is technically low income. So
Yeah.
like they're everywhere.
Yep. They will flock there.
Yeah, because if you go to like a richer area of your town, you will not see them there.
Because they know they wouldn't get any business.
For real.
Insane.
That's all I gotta say.
Well, thank you for watching the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video, and please get us to 1,000 subscribers.
Bye.
Bye.